poppies, mate.
Well, goddamn.
Get on the YouTube. Have a look at Julian's biceps.
Are we live? No.
Yeah, I think we are.
Oh.
It's episode 161.
Well,
Guest,
goddamn.
as yet not in the studio. We're recording this on the, what is it? It's the day after major strikes on the British Rail network. There is their things are sort of working a bit today, but not 100%. So she is running late. Poppy Hillstead, returning guest.
I wish comics could strike.
We can, but we just won't make any money. We don't. You know, the thing is, this gets discussed every 2-3 years. There is a move.
I might strike on the podcast.
There is a move to unionize comedians, and then every time it becomes apparent it's impossible because there's too many mercenaries in comedy.
Yeah.
If you did unionize, there'd always be 20% of shit comedians who would be fucking scabs and take all the gigs.
I'll do it.
Exactly.
I heard a story of a fella in it was either Manchester or Liverpool who messaged the venue. Venue were putting on a comedy night, but not like a comedy promoter, just the venue putting it on.
Yeah.
He messaged the owner and said, how much are you paying that guy to do it?
Fucking right.
And he said, I'll do it for half.
And
they gave him the gig.
I ain't seen Jeff Whiting in ages.
Very in-jokey there. Not for non-comedians. That is a comedy promoter.
Nice guy, Jeff Whiting.
He's actually a really nice guy. Anyway, so Poppy's not here yet due to the union action of the RMIT.
Mad coke habit.
She's doing a few lines in the toilet.
It's probably been nicked, mate.
But it is episode 161. We've got Vittorio, as you've already heard, on the decks.
Hello.
Back.
On the ones and the twos. Mix them up like Spinderella.
Imagine I was jumping between the cameras like a DJ.
Yeah. Whoa, mix. But aircon's working this week, so the equipment should not overheat. Last week was the first of the really hot days.
The Mac started
and
steaming.
It was fucking hot in here, man. But today it should be nice. It's quite cool in here currently.
Yeah.
You've got it set to 21, which is actually
lush vibes.
What's your hotel room temp? Whenever you're in a hotel, what do you set it
number?
do you have like a number?
I do a 21, I think.
I normally go lower but then I have to turn it off after a while. I normally start 19.
So you've got 7
if
hookers
it's really
in
hot.
Cooking.
You turn up to 28 to get them to remove more clothes. Oh yeah, it's not working apparently. Just take some layers off. But I forgot I got you a birthday present that I forgot to give you. It's a weird little thing. It's this, right? So you got to open that. Is it one
of them mousetrap things? Breaks my knuckles.
Imagine it was a Chinese finger trap.
Can never get it off. Takes 4 years.
Can't call them that anymore, Carl.
What, Chinese finger traps?
I assume that's not allowed.
I think they were invented in China. You can say that. I'm not saying, it's not like I said it's a Chinaman's finger trap.
Thanks for saying it.
A Chinaman's handshake.
It's funny they used to just say that. Right, it's basically a plastic reusable earbuds.
Oh, that's
You know how you like itch in your ear holes?
It's a really thoughtful, good present. I thought it was a vape.
It's
Would you get me for the main present?
For anyone who doesn't know, Julian really loves sticking things in his ear.
There's somebody at the door.
I guess.
No, that's good, man. Could you pop that in the bin?
Oh, come on in.
Here she is, Poppy Hillstead.
Yeah.
Here she is.
Guest has arrived.
We are live.
We're already recording. We just started. We thought we'd just keep it right. Bring your water in, mate.
Bring our water
non-reusable plastic water in.
There you go.
How are you doing?
I think I'm going to faint.
Really? Why?
If I do that on... I mean,
We're going to do that for our patrons. Can you wait?
I'll hold out.
Yeah, we've got this new tier where you watch fainting women. for proper creeps, man. It's a real kink that some people have got. Why are you going to faint? Thanks for joining.
It's too hot.
It is very hot. Did you come on the overground or underground?
Underground.
What line?
Victoria.
Just one line.
It's not the hottest line.
We said
is
you're
it?
a coker, that's why you're late.
I have been taking coke outside. Just a little bit, like
little
a bump.
Little
bump
cheeky, just bump off a fingernail like that.
Little sweet sunshine bump.
Just to get me through. TVI.
I've never seen anyone do one off a fingernail.
I don't think I could.
Yeah, I reckon you could.
I could get a little one.
We'll
in
get
there.
some. We'll get someone to test it.
We'll get some in.
I'll text now, innit? I'll drop it off about 45 minutes. I've seen all manner of utensils used,
Yeah.
but I've always wanted to see. I've seen fingernails in films.
Oh yeah, that's.
But I've never seen in real life somebody just have a dirty little coke nail. Oh, imagine growing that. And everyone's like, "Why you got one fingernail
People
long?"
used to do that though, didn't they? Have
What?
one little nail long
I've seen comics
to itch
with.
their.
With one
Yeah.
for coke.
Yeah.
Who?
After.
All right. Well, we could
In the
bleep
Patreon
it. We could
stuff.
bleep it.
Have you ever put it on your cock?
What, my fingernail?
No, my fingernail. No, my line of Charlie.
I've never put
Hey,
coke.
that's my line.
I've never put cocaine anywhere other than up my nose or on my
Your batty
gums,
crease.
or accidentally all down a toilet a few times.
Oh,
by accident.
fuck that.
Oh no, dropped it.
Worse.
Oh,
I've
that's got to be a.
I mean,
like,
this is
junkie's
years ago.
Crisis.
It is the worst like on a night out when you're pissed and you just got some and you felt all naughty and you're like, and you literally just go into a toilet and I've gone to get it out of my pocket and dropped it straight in and sort of just open the bag or something.
I think I've done
drop
that and
it.
rescued
It's
it and
all-
tried drying it
Oh,
out.
I've literally sort of gummed piss-covered coke in the past. I'm not. I mean, again, this is my previous life.
Marinated.
2 weeks ago. No, it was years ago. But I've done all sorts.
Previous
of
to
gross
this
shit.
hour.
everything's your previous life, innit? In the past.
That's that
Yeah.
old Mitch Hedberg joke.
Yeah. Here's a picture of me
when I was younger.
Every photo is a
I
picture of you when
prefer
you're
Carl's
younger.
one.
So anyway, so you won't tell us which comedians had coke.
Oh yeah.
But you don't have to
Wait till our
talk about-
patron.
Do you think?
Yeah.
But
Right,
then you
right
won't
down.
bleep it.
Not on our
No.
patron. we won't.
All right. Well,
Oh,
I'll tell you what.
really?
Why don't you tell us off air
Yeah.
and we'll just write it on Patreon.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know why.
I
that's
mean,
better.
about 80% of comics have done coke, I'd bet. Hey.
Do you think?
Yeah.
I don't
Ribble.
think it's very
Have you
cokey.
done it? You've done it before.
Yeah.
Do you do it all the time?
I do it all the time. I got some now. I got some in this.
Just a
Dissolve.
little mix it up. Little soda stream.
I've not done any narcotics in quite some some
No,
and I
me
had a
neither.
chat
Nor have I.
with comedian Milo McCabe
Oh yeah.
on Friday night about DMT.
Oh,
'Cause we did
yeah,
DMT
yeah,
together
yeah,
years
yeah.
ago.
I got him into it actually.
I got him into it.
I got him into
He came to my house to do it for the first time. He
Yeah,
ever
but
did
I
it.
sold it. I told him about it.
Oh
I got
right,
it.
okay.
I didn't sell it to him. I sold him the concept.
Oh right, okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
But
yeah.
no, he came to my house to
Yeah.
do it the first time he did it.
Did he bring it with him, the stuff?
No, I had some,
Ah.
and so it's quite weird in that Milo
Twyla's
McCabe lay
toy
on my
box.
bed and did DMT while I watched over him. It's fucking creepy.
Watched over Milo.
Yeah, while he went into a sort of DMT
Oh wow.
trip.
He's so handsome.
He's a handsome.
He's a handsome
Yeah.
man. He's getting handsomer as
Yeah.
He shouldn't
There's
be doing
boxing
comedy,
as
I don't
well.
think.
Yeah. Quit.
well. I mean,
something
get
else,
into
mate.
modelling, man. You're
Yeah.
trespassing.
You fucking snake. What are you after? No, he's a lovely man. But we had a big chat about DMT on Friday, and it made me quite nostalgic for it. And I suddenly was like, oh, maybe I should, dust off my old boots
I
again
dunno,
and give it a
man,
whirl.
it's
Give it a
fucking
whirl.
Heavy
I don't-
things, innit,
You
bro?
know,
I
get on the
can't
old
handle
horse
it.
again.
Yeah.
I
Have you done
literally get on heroin.
Have you done it before?
No, I haven't. No.
What have you
Yes.
done?
Wicked.
List the biggest drugs you've done.
The biggest drugs I've done.
Not by size, by like
Oh yeah.
What's the,
class.
the hardest drugs you've ever done?
I don't know. Just coke.
Just coke.
Boring.
It's not, I mean,
What about crack? Have you smoked
Crack.
crack?
Oh yeah, a little bit. No, I haven't done any.
I mean, yeah.
Just
You've
a
had,
tiny
you've
little
had a bit of crack, haven't you? Have you had
Yeah.
crack?
Have you?
Yeah. Have you ever
Tiny
had
bit of
crack,
crack.
Vittorio?
I've done it about
Depends.
10 times.
Not but batty crack.
I
mean,
thought you just meant
I tried
fun,
it,
good
like-
times. Carl.
Yeah, sorry.
I mean, when I tried it, it was about
The Irish crack. is
20
very
years
different.
ago.
20 years ago.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah, yeah. Back
What
in
did you
the, in
do?
the- in the
Smoke it?
crack heyday.
smoke it in a pipe
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh shit.
in the back of a Ford Orion. I remember once smoking crack with the dealer in a Ford Orion. I went to a party at the Grosvenor House Hotel. I had a
Yeah,
tux on. And the next thing, like a few
Sucking
drinks
on some
down, I'm
crack.
fucking sucking on this dirty pipe with the crack dealer in a Ford Orion, like, and he's emceeing to me.
Oh man.
And then my friend come over and I pretended he was a policeman, and it just kicked out like he
Oh,
weren't. I was just
shit. You can't help yourself with
No,
the jokes.
no.
Worst timing ever. A crack dealer.
I pretended we were.
MCing
I
and
pretended
you're
we.
like, fucking police are
I
in.
pretended we were feds for about
Oh my
10
God.
seconds.
Imagine you got shot in the head
I know, man.
because of a joke. If there's anyone I know that will end up dying because of a joke, it is Julian.
Yeah, I can imagine that as well.
But I haven't done any even coke in years and years.
No,
Like
No, no, no.
15 years probably, and I don't miss it.
No.
I'm
No.
clean.
I'm clean too.
Booze?
Clean.
Are
No,
you
I
bathed?
drink. I'm bathed.
Am I clean? I'm clean. I'm
I've had
clean.
a shower.
I am clean. I mean, I'm actually currently not, my booze intake in the last sort of, I'd say since my daughter was born.
Yeah.
It's
Is-
been non-stop.
I literally never stopped. I've been pissed for 2 years. No,
Sober for an hour a night.
it's so low. Like I just in Melbourne this year, I had the cleanest Melbourne comedy festival I've ever had. I used to be,
Nice.
you know, I used to love that festival for being so sociable and it's like imagine if Edinburgh had less
sociable,
people
meat and drink and
better
drugs.
bars that weren't all full.
Oh, nice.
It's the best, you know what I mean? So, but
Yeah.
this year I just hardly. Once a week, I'd meet up with a few people for a few beers. There was no big
Have a
dirty night.
bukkake.
But yeah,
Bukkake in the
so-
meadows.
currently I'm living very clean. But even that, looking back to Edinburgh's, I used to have Edinburgh's that were
I've
just
never done
so
coke in
grotty.
Edinburgh. The only time I've ever drunk in Edinburgh was 1 year.
Right.
And drunk and smoked weed every night.
How did your show go that year?
2 stars, sure.
Is that true?
I mean, the guy was harsh, but the show was probably the show was a 3 in my opinion.
Yeah, how long was it?
I'm not biased.
33 minutes.
It was probably about. I had a story about the going to the jail in it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So that was about. I just did my. It was a weird. It was kind of my first hour. Like I had to kind of learn how to do an hour.
Yeah,
So, and I'll never learn.
yeah. You've never bothered trying to.
But
sing.
I did basically my like 20-minute club set and then the story, which was like
Yes.
half an hour.
Yeah.
What was who reviewed you?
Bennett.
Bennett.
No, some other guy.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't speak. I
Some
don't
other-
plug his
some other
name. But
Ras Clark.
some other Pumper Clark. But I used to know this Pumper Clark, and he came into the gig, and I kind you know when you're a bit nervous like before the gig, I
Yeah,
weren't
yeah.
really focused. I saw him say hello, but I kind of didn't say it back, and I always thought that was why he trashed it.
Because you didn't say hello back.
yeah, and not the bad show.
I tell yourself that.
I always thought that, yeah, because I mean it was I had some great gigs, man. They
Yeah.
were all great. Obviously, you've seen me.
Yeah.
What's
I'm a
your
fan.
What's your
What?
pitfalls for
Are you a fan
Edinburgh?
of mine?
Pitfalls for Edinburgh.
Because I'm about to debut. First
I
year.
would say pitfalls for Edinburgh. I mean, I wouldn't worry so much. Debut
It's
year.
rubbish.
I think.
Depressing.
I definitely think people put way too much pressure on their first
Yeah.
year.
Yeah. Everyone's going for that newcomer.
Yeah,
ain't
but
they?
everyone I know who had a bad first year, not in terms of numbers or anything but in terms of mentally, were the ones that were going up expecting a nomination.
Right.
And
Yeah,
like
yeah,
everyone
yeah.
I know that went up, you know, hoping that it'd be lovely to get in that group.
Didn't you get a nomination?
Yeah, I did.
What, your first
Got
one?
2 nominations, but it's
You were just trying to sandwich that in amongst all that white noise.
the people like me who just went up and just had a good time. No,
Was
but
that your first Edinburgh, was it?
first Edinburgh, my debut show. Yeah.
What was it called?
It was
Bubbly?
called Now That's What I Call. No, hang on. My debut show was called Relax Everyone. It's Carl Donnelly.
Ah.
And but yeah, the sort of pitfall for debut shows, I would say, don't stress about it being perfect, and you don't get too caught up in the reviews.
What's
and the
that saying?
industry stuff.
Perfection is the killer of something.
I've never heard that.
I
Haven't you?
haven't.
I'll have a
No.
Google.
What is that?
Perfection is it basically kills
Goodness.
good
Yeah,
things
yeah.
in it.
Yeah.
And also, don't piss your pants if you get to Edinburgh and it's not perfect. So that's a bad way of saying it.
Once you got the first show out
I'm
the
a
way-
life coach, guys.
Piss your pants as well.
Don't be such a
I can
fucking
imagine that
pussy
on the
about it.
wall.
What I mean is, you've got, them first 3 days are classed as like sort of preview shows normally, and like, you do get a bit of time to bed your show in. That you don't have to hit the ground like fucking all guns blazing. If you get up on the first night, it goes a bit shit. Don't be like, well, that's my run's fucked. My run's fucked. What you can do is
Come back stronger,
You've
man.
got a few days
Do a
to
line
start
of
working.
coke.
And it's like, oh, what's that? There's another saying that I'm now going to fucking
Join
mess
the
up.
bukkake.
What is it? Necessity is the
Mother of invention.
Yeah, so that normally, that first 3 days when there's problems with it, that you only learn once you get to Edinburgh.
Desperation is the father.
Yeah, but they do, them few days where there will be issues with your show that when you get to Edinburgh that you've not worked out in your previews. Because you've previewed it in loads of different rooms and that. Suddenly you're in the room, you're going to do it for a month and you're like, I need to change a few things.
Yeah.
Then you change them in that first
Like my
2, 3
career.
My name.
My race. my gender.
But yeah, so then first, I'd say...
Come on, next year's a drag act. You can say drag, can't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Say drag.
You can. You can't say tranny, but you can say drag.
I mean, yeah, now you've qualified it. It's good to know you have.
If I'd bring you with us there, probably.
Yeah, that's fine. Just don't cut this out as a clip.
Oh,
With me
that
just
is-
like, yeah.
Putting it over into Poppy's mouth. Like a ventriloquist.
That's it. Yeah. So first, just that's it. Get up there. Don't stress too much. And the first few days, you'll work out the kinks that need sorting out, and then just fucking enjoy it, mate.
That's good.
Don't
advice.
read. Do you know what? Don't read other people's reviews. Knock yourself out if you want to read your own. But reading other people's reviews is a torture when you
Oh,
see
man.
when you see people fucking getting
My
every
housemate was
star.
doing that.
It's fine. Yeah, they're the ones.
By the end of it, I was sitting with him reading them.
Yeah,
It's contagious.
Bad
It's toxic.
reviews or good reviews?
Bad ones.
Oh, yeah,
Not
yeah,
good
yeah,
ones.
yeah.
just anyone.
Fucking good ones.
Julian doesn't know the concept of a good review.
Only mine. I got some great reviews my first Edinburgh though.
Yeah.
But I kind of didn't believe them properly. You know, like
Probably anyone
else.
else.
the guy was like,
I agree. I don't trust anyone.
you
that
know,
likes
when
your comedy.
No, he was like when his story when he came into his own with a story. And he's really building up this story. I was like, nah, man.
I just panicked and needed half an hour.
I'd kind of ruined the story with jokes.
Well, I was thinking when you were telling that story about the crack pipe, I was like, fuck, why does Julian do such short jokes? Why are you not telling these crack pipe stories?
It's because he rotted his brain on crack. Can't remember anything longer than 2 minutes.
I would do. I've probably got a lot of stories, but what would I do? Just get up and talk about that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why is that funny?
It is because it's a funny story. I'll tell a story about any old shit on stage.
I know.
I don't
But I'm
understand what's
good.
happening. Julian, are you saying, why should I tell a story?
That's funny.
What do you mean?
If it's
I'll
a funny
straighten that 'cause
story,
I'm OCD.
Yeah, that's all right.
why? Yeah. What's your issue with telling a story if it's
Um,
funny?
Because I don't know. Like when I told that prison story, the first time I told it I was in Winchester at the railway, and I just told it.
Yeah.
And it was just really good. It was engaging. It was no audience then or anything. I was in the mirror and I was really engaged in it. I was in the bathroom before the gig. But then as Edinburgh's coming up, you know, there's so much money, so many deadlines.
Yeah.
I just signed with Avalon. I started to panic about there's no jokes.
Yes.
You know, so I started to make it a joke to another joke to another joke. And next thing, it loses heart, doesn't it? When it's just like a twist joke or a play on a word. It's It's quite a shallow joke.
I do think it is
unless
hard.
it's moving the story along.
Well, it is hard to do
ain't.
stories if you're going to make the jokes in it one-liners.
Yeah. I did have a couple of jokes in there
the
that
best way to
fit.
do it is to put observations in a story.
Yeah.
So you can do a 20-minute story then that's actually ultimately 10 minutes of observational comedy, but it just happens to be about what you're talking about, and that makes it feel like a big, very full story.
And then just about the
That's what
day
I do.
before, I got this callback idea that really worked. I think it helped a lot. But then I put a bit of sentiment in the end, and it was just a bit, you know what I mean, a bit kind of paint by numbers Edinburgh.
I've seen that show.
Have you?
Prison One. Yeah.
Did you watch it?
Yeah.
You must have been blown away.
I was blown away. I'm in
you
awe
were the
now.
reviewer.
I was, yeah. When was it? Was it like 4 years ago?
No, more than that. It was probably like 15 or something.
You must have just got it back out again.
Did
when
I?
watched it. Well, I don't know.
Oh, you probably watched.
There was another prison.
At The
one.
Archivist.
Yeah.
I did it then, yeah.
Yeah.
But I overheard people afterwards saying, yeah, the 20-minute was great, wasn't it? But then the story, what I mean? And that's when I'm like, I need to punch it up. Yeah, that's why I did it. Yeah.
Oh.
Well, Cole was on before me.
Oh yeah.
I headlined.
Where was this?
The Proud Archivist.
Yeah.
Proud Archivist.
Yeah.
Where is this place?
Camden. It's just on the.
Oh, I do
Haggerston.
remember that. Yes.
Yeah.
And I didn't know you that well then, did
No,
I? And
I
I
don't
asked
think
you
so.
to watch my show. Do you remember?
Did I
'Cause
watch
was
it?
scared.
Did I watch it?
No, you had to park your car.
Is that true?
No, you had a
50 minutes.
you had a hire car, and you couldn't.
Oh, right. Yeah. Sounds like a good lie after that. Are you going up to Edinburgh all this year?
I'm going to go up for a week just to observe.
Yeah.
Just to see, because I
Just
think
to
it's
spend 10 grand on a flat for a week.
Yeah.
It's got 10 grand
To
lying around.
observe my money being burnt.
I don't know. I think it's going to be a mad one.
It is going to be
I
mad.
think
It
people are going
seems
to be
like
insane.
so many people are going.
Yeah.
Like it's going to be.
A lot of newcomers, isn't there?
Well, it's like everyone. I just
Like
think
an
a lot
AA
of people
meeting.
because haven't been able to go for a couple of years.
Yeah.
Everyone's gone like, I'm going up. I'm desperate to go. And I had that to a certain degree, and then just sort of things changed.
Are you not going up?
I'm not now. No.
Ooh.
I've got to move house
Ooh.
in August.
Yeah.
So and I had some venue issues with the venue I was meant to be doing. Basically lost planning permission.
Because of your show.
The council
They
heard
saw
I was
a
going into it and they went, right, let's cut their funding.
They saw a preview in London.
and yeah, so
What's planning permission?
so rather than
You need to
sort of-
punch it up a bit.
I lost planning permission for my room. But no, and so it's basically I worked out. Oh, fuck, it wasn't the venue I wanted. I'd end up going to a sort of second choice venue.
Right.
And I've got to move house at the start of August. So I'd be
Oh, yeah,
moving
I
house
thought
and then
that.
dusting up to Edinburgh,
What a
having spent
nightmare.
a load of money on a
That's
move.
my worst month.
Yeah, so I decided against it, and now
And I've been a jowl.
I'm not. I
That wasn't my
I
worst
know I'll
month.
probably miss it once it's happening, and I
Yeah.
can see everyone banging on about it.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
currently, I'm not like oh, I wish I was going up. I'm
Yeah,
quite
yeah,
sort
yeah,
of
yeah,
content to
Be nice.
sit it out,
I don't care. I'm just going to have a look.
get
I'll
up
just
there,
have a look.
sling some
I wanna
coke while you're up there.
yeah.
Everyone's after that shit.
On my
Bring
nail.
up, bring up a few G's on the train.
Sunshine bumps.
I mean, I'm sure we've discussed
they?
that as like a joke, but also with a background of like, it could actually be done as well. It'd be quite easy to be a drug dealer in Edinburgh.
Oh, it'd be great.
Oh, yeah.
No,
Have
I
you
know
heard-
everyone. All
There's
they've got to do.
prostitutes, isn't there? There's prostitutes.
Is there? I don't know nothing about it.
Julian,
what
tell
are
me.
they? What are prostitutes?
What do
Were you-
mean?
were you a
There are
fucking
obvious-
copper?
I presume there are. I mean, I know there's probably prostitutes in every city, but are you saying there are like proper Edinburgh legends?
I mean,
Yeah,
there's gotta
sex
be, isn't there?
workers apparently up
for the
comedians.
Fringe?
Yeah. But I've never
Really?
known anybody that.
I haven't.
I mean, they're not going to tell you, are they? I've never slept with a prostitute, actually.
haven't
Well, goody
either.
for you. No.
Frigid.
Have I ever? Oh God, I've got a story about
Have you?
going to a prostitute,
Oh,
but I didn't.
oh,
And I will
please
say in
tell.
advance, we didn't have sex.
Oh.
So like,
Would you
so
want
like
her to
Bill
hold
Clinton.
Cuddle for
I did
an
not
hour.
have intercourse with that woman.
Did she hold you while you cried like a cowboy? like a lonely cowboy. Lonely orphan.
It was in Amsterdam.
Oh, yeah.
So long ago, and I was with some friends, and they all went into
But you were
the.
disgusted.
They all went into the rooms. Have you ever been to the red light district? of
Yeah,
Amsterdam?
yeah,
You know,
yeah,
you
yeah,
walk down
yeah.
the
It's
alleyway.
like a zoo,
and
man.
it's all. It is, and I didn't like it.
It's like a zoo for sweet adults.
And you know, we'd had conversations for really cool guys.
It's like a wacky zoo, guys. Come on. No feeding the animals. Oh, yeah.
And some of the friends I was with, we'd had a conversation about how where we stand on the ethics of
Sure.
using a prostitute
In the queue.
In front of the window.
Where we stand so you're not in my way,
watching
bro.
a girl dance through a window, just getting it out, getting our feelings out, and I was sort of dead set. I was like, I don't think I could do it. I don't think I've got it in me. And some of the other guys, well,
Then you add it
could
in.
probably-
Half I like you getting pegged.
But I'm embarrassed to say that a few days later we were it was the last day, and a few others had went into them, and I was left on my own. I'd had a few beers, and I thought, I wonder if why don't I go into one and just test my moral boundaries?
Yeah.
And I did. I went into one, and I paid her €50, and she told me to take all my clothes off, and I took all my clothes
Get
off. This is a bank.
It's just the hairdressers.
And, I took my clothes off, and then she sort of told me to sit down, and as she sort of sat me down, I had a total like, no, actually, what am I fucking doing?
You got any geezers here? You got anyone that cater for the frigid people?
No, I just had a total change of heart. Not a change of heart. I knew I didn't have a
Should've
change of
gone.
heart, 'cause that was what I knew. I knew I wasn't into it. I felt like I almost sort of peer pressured myself into it.
Did you get naked?
I got fully naked. And
Did you have a boner?
I didn't know. And
First mistake.
no, my first mistake was going in, but I genuinely just said to her, "Oh no, do you know what? Actually, I'm not.
You're
I don't think
buzzed.
I can." And I said to her, "Just have the money," and I just put my clothes back on. And I said, "Really sorry about being
I'm
weird."
sorry.
Yeah.
And I left, and I paid her, yeah.
That's
and I
nice.
just and I went out, and I
Where
made
was
my
she?
way.
Where was she laying? On the bed?
Well, she'd let me into the little doorway,
Yeah.
and then she told me to get naked, and she was sitting on the bed, and then I sat on the end of the bed, like at the end, like a little boy, and then I had
bored
my little freak out. I went, no, I can't do it, and I
Aw.
put my clothes back
She
on.
must have seen that before.
I bet she sees
There's
it.
a lot of
Yeah.
homosexuals there. No, but she must have seen that before, right? Like gay, not like.
But that's
yeah.
the dream. That's the dream job, I suppose, for a prostitute is the guy who backs out
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
pays you and goes, "I'm
It's like a
sorry."
cancelled gig, isn't it?
Yeah, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Nice surprise, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Nice nails.
Have you ever used a
Thanks.
gigolo? Is that even a thing?
A gigolo?
Yeah,
No, I haven't. But
We're hard workers. Put the hours in.
my relative.
Is a
I'm just gonna
gigolo.
say
My
no.
dad's a gigolo.
Yeah, my relative. He went on the merchant navy like ship, like to do some work,
Hello.
and he bummed everybody on the ship.
Like the Titanic.
Yeah, and and then they went into like a harbour in like Taiwan or somewhere,
Yeah.
and they
He's
went,
gay, right?
yeah,
All right.
and they went, nah,
Just really efficient.
They're just really
OCD.
tactile.
Just needed to bum every person in the whole ship before it docked.
but they
It was a
went
bet he lost.
bum the whole ship. Went to a shopping centre, right?
Yeah.
And it was like a proper normal shopping centre, and then went back to the ship, and then they were like, no, come back out after 8 o'clock, and they went back to the shopping centre, and there was like women with dwarfism,
I
like
think they're called dwarfs.
I'm being
Oh, sorry. Okay.
Proper.
Yeah, little people.
on strip
Munchkins.
poles with like cowboy hats,
Yeah.
and like
Sexy.
they like booking
Oh,
prom
yeah.
coats.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and it turned into a brothel. So
Oh,
the whole
right.
massive shopping centre.
Sounds like my Edinburgh show.
Sounds like you had a flat.
Gotta pay your rent, innit?
was now this weird kind of cowboy little person
Really?
brothel. Yeah, and my relative was just I can't.
That sounds crazy.
I
Where
don't
is
know where
this
to
place?
start. Yeah, Taiwan.
Ah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll get the address
You
for you.
Google Taiwan. please?
Yeah, yeah, just
Google
Google
flights.
Taiwan
Taiwan.
flights up, please. It's all right. I went to a sex show in my bedroom, not in Amsterdam once. Yeah, it was crap.
Oh.
though.
I went to a sex
Like the
show.
guy,
Oh no, I didn't
the
go to
guy
a
just
sex
had a
show.
soft willy.
Oh really?
Yeah, not that I wanted to see a hard one,
I think
but-
you did.
Well, if you go to a sex show, you expect to see a hard
Yeah,
one.
I don't
It's
wanna
but it was
see a
more kind of just
flaccid-
really overly choreographed,
Oh,
and
yeah,
it was
yeah,
just
yeah,
a bit.
yeah,
It was
yeah,
just a
yeah.
bit meh. you
Where
know what I
was
mean?
it?
You wanted fucking
I wanted
hardcore.
I wanted to jump up. Fucking
Not like that. Like this. I'm
Run
sure
the
I must have
stage.
mentioned it before. I didn't go
Like
to a
at the
sex show.
Chappelle.
I went to the Banana Bar, famous Banana
Banana
Bar.
Oh,
bar.
yeah.
It's a
Oh,
famous bar in Amsterdam. I don't know if it's still going. This was years ago. It's probably shut now for health and safety
Yeah,
reasons.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
all the-
yeah.
I was
Do you
gonna
get
say
shot?
AIDS.
They women shoot dildos at you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Out of there, they've
Oh.
obviously. I mean, they've trained in the arts.
Oh, like
Ping,
muscular
ping
thing.
pong balls.
Yeah,
the
like
whole
that.
dildo.
Like,
So do
not
they have
big
to
ones. They're not
practice
shooting
that?
like massive things, but they
Just
are like
little ones.
the little sort of.
I mean, they have to
bullet.
train
pen
for that,
ones,
don't they? They must learn from this. Like, they
From
must
the
get an
master.
apprenticeship.
An apprenticeship?
It's like a film. They've got to go
Like
up
a
a mountain
B-Tech.
and find an old master. Got to climb up some long stone staircase.
Mr. Miyagi.
But yeah, that is.
What? And they'd just hit you like. In
No,
the
it's not
face?
like
Catch 'em
it's
in
not
your
like you're not getting
mouth.
sniped
I thought
while you're
it was
having
like
a beer.
Nerf gun.
You're having a beer. And dildos are hitting you from every side.
Take an umbrella in.
Out a crash helmet. No, it's so basically the bar is
Yeah.
you sit at the bar and there's basically a stage but on the bar.
Yeah.
And they're just like there just pinging them at
Just
you
pinging them out.
and just doing things
Yeah.
to themselves. And that wasn't
they'd
for me.
drive
I only had
boats.
one beer and left.
Yeah, it's a bit crap.
Bruised.
It's a bit crap, isn't it? Like something
Like,
public. I suppose some people are into that, aren't they? Watching it in public.
Yeah.
It's their kink.
I
innit?
just know if I looked at the vagina, I'd be like, "That's an unaroused vagina."
Yeah, definitely.
Firing.
Right,
stuff.
yeah. It's
Even
pure.
if it has lube
She's
in
using
it.
pure skill for
Yeah.
that. There's no love in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There needs to be real wetness.
Yeah.
Right.
Is this in the
okay.
this patron or is this?
No, this is public.
Not yet.
It's a
Okay.
public conversation.
We-
currently.
A-class
We go a bit
drugs
rude in the
and,
patron, yeah.
Oh, what am I gonna do? What, what am I gonna say?
I've forgotten what I was about. I was asked. There was a further
Real
question.
wetness, I was saying.
Oh,
Yeah,
It
yeah,
needs
yeah.
to be
Yeah,
real.
that's-
But they
It's a
can.
visceral phrase.
But you can have faux wetness, can't you? They could fake it, I guess.
I can tell.
Can
That's
you?
like
Yeah.
it's like the sad bit in an Edinburgh show.
Yeah, exactly.
Like they're just being a professional, like crying
Crocodile
in 40
tears.
minutes.
Yeah. I can
You
tell.
want real
How
wetness.
can you tell?
Just the consistency.
Right, but you're
Are
not
you
that close.
touching
You're like sort of.
I'm really close.
You
No,
got
no, but you're not in the. But I'm talking
I'm
the banana bar.
inside.
in the banana
You're
bar.
maybe 5 foot away.
You should
6
go and
foot.
have a look.
I
I
don't
want
wanna
to
go
push
back
into the
there.
front row, man.
Close.
I'm in the front row. You're on the front row. You are the row.
ethics.
Nah, you get roasted in the
have a
front
look.
row.
Yeah. I'm not sitting there, mate.
What do you do for a living?
Oh God.
I think for your ethical mind,
Yeah.
you should have pushed to the front and had a good
I was literally as close as
how-
you could get to that vagina, and it's,
about getting a black eye.
I'm not
from
proud
the
of it, but it was it's sort of it's a sexy bar, so it's mood lighting. It's not they've not got a spotlight on the
You should have
fanny.
took one.
What
Get
should have brought one? A
torch.
head torch.
Yeah,
Sorry,
have a
excuse me.
look.
Before you start, I do need to have a quick look at this. I'm not a creep. I mean, I was sitting in a bar drinking a beer, getting a dildo shot on me. I wasn't also entirely innocent, but. Oh God.
Did you get turned on by that though?
No, not at all. It was actually very. It was more comical than it was sexy.
Laughing.
Yeah, but I wasn't. I didn't want to laugh either because I didn't want to make them
If
feel
they're storming the
self-conscious.
gig and
So
getting
nice.
laughs, that's definitely not what they want.
No, so we basically.
Roofing it,
So me and my mate sort of were just. We were trying to treat it like a bar.
getting applause breaks.
He's storming that.
They want people like
It's doing
seedy and
great.
quiet, didn't they, and horny.
Yeah, so we weren't. We were just
Yeah,
having a
should've
beer
gone
and
along.
sort of trying. We were laughing a bit, and part of it was spent dodging dildos.
Yeah.
So it's.
I mean, they don't care as long as they're paid.
It's an over-the-top
really.
experience.
Sure,
I mean, if
sure,
they
sure.
cared about the art, they wouldn't be doing that art, would they? Like it's just,
stars.
it's just for the money, innit? They're only doing it for the money.
I said this. I did a routine about this recently about when people talk about sex work, and one of the arguments against sex work.
Some of them are nymphos, probably.
But I reckon it's
The ones I've slept with
90%.
really enjoyed it. It's a good job for a nympho.
But there's that people say like it's exploitative and stuff, which it absolutely is in certain, probably a lot
When
of
it's done right.
circumstances, right? But,
If you've got good connections, you can find those ones, yeah, bruv. Come out back.
but it's that
Get
thing
with
of
my exploitative guy.
the argument that they're doing it. Oh, but they wouldn't do it if they could do something else. They're only doing it for the money. That argument also applies to all jobs.
Yeah.
Yep.
Every job is done because for the money. No one
In Amsterdam,
no matter how
at
much you love
least
your-
it's
your
legit,
job.
and a lot of them are training to do other stuff. They go there on their
Yeah.
gap year and
So I think
get railed.
Well, coming back to the Edinburgh prostitutes, they're probably the least demeaned professionals in the whole Fringe.
Yeah, testing.
I know, but it must be
testing
quite
new
bleak
bits out on
getting
them.
Imagine
Imagine comics in there like
by somebody
complaining
doing
about their Edinburgh.
their
and
eighth
like,
Edinburgh show.
Oh, it'd be horrific.
Oh, telling you about the review they got.
Tell
that
me I'm
day, what
funny.
got 3 stars in total. Yeah.
Bennett's a
The worst job ever.
That'd be
Fucking
gross.
hell, that would
Just
be horrific.
only fucking comedians must be the worst.
Oh, God.
We should set up a pretend brothel front and just
Prank people.
and actually employ prostitutes and make it a real one. And just film comics coming in
That'd
and
be
so
then
funny.
sell them
It's
back.
a pure prank.
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea.
And then sell them back.
I know of
The videos.
quite an apocryphal story about 2 comedians.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Whose names will not be mentioned
Outside.
outside.
Patreon.
I might mention them on Patreon, but it's a
It's a
story
£5 tier.
about a comedian, one of which I don't think is going anymore. But
Okay.
he,
I thought he was going to say, I don't think it's going anywhere.
Just a little bit of critique there.
Yeah.
I'm about to start a
masturbate.
story about
You slow down a
brothels and
sec.
Julian
It's gonna-
after a tissue.
Just going to close my eyes. Just need to lay it on the floor in a nice square. Cheers, bro.
Right, you got,
Nice one, man.
got any hand cream?
You got any gob?
Do you have a Nuts magazine there?
But they basically, I heard a story that one of them was in a town, Norwich, I don't know, wherever the
Sure.
fucking town is, and like Googled brothels,
Yeah.
found one, and I was staying over that night after the gig and thought, I'll go. And he went into the brothel, and in the waiting room was this other comedian waiting to go in.
When
So
you
they-
on?
Yeah, so they had to basically.
Doing a 20.
Why are they?
You went over.
Were they
They're
both,
tough in there, mate. honestly.
Keep it tight.
both with the same woman?
I don't know. I don't know the actual.
Who is it? Tell me. And then bleep it. Bleep it.
It's out on Patreon.
Yeah, I mean, it might be, even on Patreon, it might be too much. Imagine it
Too
got back to them.
much.
I will bleep it, but
Yeah.
I might forget to bleep it. So this is dangerous.
I can turn all the microphones off
Cover
and then
your
you
mouth.
can
Can you turn all the
say it.
microphones off now? Do you know? Yeah, I
We're
reckon
back
you'll-
up,
I
we're
reckon
back
you'll
up.
know the first one,
Yeah, yeah,
but
yeah.
the second
No,
one I do
know
think
the
is
second
like, yeah, he was around, but I think he might no longer be a comedian.
after that.
Julian's just texting him. Just I just told it on a podcast.
Don't bring me into it.
But it was Julian Deane and Julian Deane.
It was me and me. It was me twice.
We've got a.
I'd never go to a brothel in Edinburgh, anywhere, but in Edinburgh though, like, what if you get seen walking out?
I don't know. I don't know what they. Where are they? Where are the brothels?
I imagine they're most.
Oh, there's one at the bottom of Nidri Street on the left. Past their window door. You've got to knock 3 times
there
and
is
holler
that-
up the password.
There's a. Holler up! But
The
it's that,
password's Julian.
there is the pubic triangle, isn't there? It's probably there.
Yeah.
They call it the pubic triangle.
Because of
What's
the-
that?
There's a bit where
Pubes.
all the strip clubs are, where it's in Tollcross. It's like I lived over that side of town
I
one
know,
year.
I know what you mean.
Why did you
Your
live
flat
there? It's
wasn't
way
there.
more expensive there. Why did you choose there? That's way out of town. 3 buses in
I
every
actually
day.
lived the other side of it, so I had to walk through it every night on the way
Of
home.
course you
Had
did. Of course you did.
It's only 25
Hence-
minutes out of my way
That's
to
just
walk
why
that
I'm on the
direction.
CCTV. Yeah.
But,
Yeah, I had to walk in and out of every
Yeah,
single one. It was
yeah,
bizarre.
yeah.
There was roadworks.
but
I was OCD. I had to go in every door
I would presume.
and bum.
to bum all of them. I don't know. It's an OCD thing. If I don't, my mum dies.
Oh God. Yeah. So there, but that's where I reckon the prostitutes are. Right.
No heads up for any
And Edinburgh-bound comedians.
Edinburgh-bound
There's
human
so
beings.
much stuff going through my brain, but I can't.
Well, we're
say
about
Go
to
for it.
cut
Drop it.
to the Patreon
Oh, shit.
section, but we do need before we do cut to the Patreon section.
I've literally been sat here trying not to faint. How long is it?
We're gonna just cut to. We're gonna have a little 2-minute break.
Now. Okay, yeah.
and then we're going to go to
Get
our
some
Patreon.
water.
So this is the end of the public episode.
Public.
Couple of quick announcements, messages. Thanks to everyone who signed up to Patreon. We got a bunch of new patrons in the last few weeks.
Thank you, guys.
And basically, yeah, if you want to hear the rest of the episode, go on patreon.com/wearetvi. Other places they can find us are YouTube.
youtube.com/wearetvi.
Follow us on social media. We also now have set up the TVI hotline. We've got a burner phone now.
Where?
Yeah,
We're gonna
so
buy drugs. And if you want any prozzies.
yeah. So basically,
We
this
change the number every day.
it's only a burner phone, so don't be calling me up. But basically, we have access to it. It's a sort of it's a WhatsApp business account that we've got, so you can WhatsApp us questions,
Video questions.
anything
would be
funny,
great.
something funny you saw online, and literally anything you would normally send to anyone on WhatsApp, send it to us. And also, in the coming weeks, we'll be setting up the TVO WhatsApp group. So any patrons on the £5 plus tiers have the choice. You don't have to join. Some people might be a bit scared of joining a WhatsApp group with me and Julian, but yeah, if you want to join, the £5 plus patrons will be by their own desire added to the group, and going forward it will just be a place of
bare bants in it.
of off-air chat.
Interesting.
Ooh, dirty boys. This sort of chat in a WhatsApp group throughout the week. And then I'll give out the number, innit? I'll just get out the number. We're going to put it online.
Yeah.
But here it is. The
That's great.
patrons have had it the last few days. But
Get your pen, people.
it is. And you're going to have to put +44. I don't know if you've ever used WhatsApp. Have you ever done that on WhatsApp where you put somebody's number in without the dialing code?
Oh,
You just
no,
can't.
I
They don't
haven't.
show up
And
on
you
WhatsApp.
drop
Yeah.
the zero,
You've got
don't you?
You've got
Plus-
the zero. So it's +44 7417 542 648.
And again, please.
+44 7417 542 648. Drop us a WhatsApp message. Send us a video. Send us a funny picture that you take of any part of you. you like.
Genitalia.
Out there.
Whatever you want to send it over. And we'll
Wow.
probably start chatting about it in the coming weeks, playing little clips.
It'd be nice,
funny
wouldn't
little
it?
Stuff. That's it, innit? Should we now go over to Patreon?
Thank you, everybody, for
Thanks to all
watching
the
the
normals.
public
Listen, this is
episode.
Poppy Hillstead. Listen to Poppy's podcast. Poppy Hillstead has entered the chat.
I haven't put it out in
Watch your
ages.
YouTube. Have you got 3 seasons online?
Yeah.
3
You
seasons.
see the backlog, can't they?
Yeah, they can. Yeah.
You can
catch
watch
up.
your YouTube
Yeah. Web
series.
series.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
Loads of stuff. Very
I think
funny
I've been the
stuff.
shittest guest.
You haven't. You've been very funny. You've had to put up with all sorts of filth. If anything, you've had to. I apologise for us talking
Oh,
such
it's all
filth
right. Don't
for
worry.
45 minutes. Right. Thanks, normal people.
And if you want to see the rest of the episode, please go over to patreon.com/wearetvi and log on and stick £2 per month, which is 43p a
We're
week.
dropping the £2 tier.
We're dropping the £2
Are
tier,
you?
so jump on there quick.
Yeah,
We're
are. If you're on
unpublishing
the
it.
£2, we're unpublishing the £2.
And it's going to £3, which is still nothing.
Yeah.
But we're
getting
dropping
quick.
it if you want to save £1 a month.
Okay, thanks.
Get on it
Poppy.
now.
Thanks, Poppy. Bye.
Bye.
Right, that
Hi.
is so. Right, that's the end of the public episode this week. If you enjoyed it, what can they do, Julian?
They can... I don't know.
Go to Patreon.
That's what I mean.
Right.
I think you should do the whole thing.
No, you jump in. It's got to be. It sounds better.
Does it?
Right. Right. That's the end of this week's public episode. We hope you enjoyed it. What happens now, Julian?
They can, if they want to hear the rest of the episode, they can go over to patreon.com/wearetvi.
There you go. Once you signed up there, you can hear the rest of the episode. You can hear all the old Patreon episodes, exclusives, whatever.
It's 45p a week.
Is it?
Mm.
That's cool.
Mm.
I didn't know that.
Easy life.
There we go. It's even cheaper than I thought. So do that. And but if not, don't worry. You can listen to next week's public episode when it's released. Thanks.
Thank you.